Welcome back, and thank you for staying with us. Now, moving on, the commitment by President Uhuru Kenyatta to end female genital mutilation by the end of the year 2022 presented a glimmer of hope for thousands of women and girls in practicing communities who had suffered immeasurable physical and psychological impacts through the brutal cut, thinly veiled as a rite of passage for girls into a woman. With the deadline fast approaching, we look at what has been achieved by stakeholders in Narok County, one of the counties with the highest FGM prevalence rates, the lessons and the pending challenges.
This year, we signed a landmark declaration between the governments of Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Somalia, and Ethiopia to address cross-border FGM practice. And last week, we signed an agreement with religious and cultural elders from Kenya to eliminate FGM by 2022.
That commitment by President Uhuru Kenyatta during the 25th anniversary of the International Conference on Population and Development held in Nairobi in 2019 rekindled the dimming light in efforts to eradicate a decades-long retrogressive cultural practice that has affected the future of thousands of women and girls. Female genital mutilation, a procedure involving a partial or total removal of the external female genitalia, thinly veiled as a cultural requirement for girls to transition into womanhood. Campaigns run countrywide in a bid to end the harmful practice have faced a myriad of challenges, since not all actors share in the president's vision. Everyday perpetrators are devising hard-to-detect strategies to advance their interest. Doctors are increasingly being used to administer the cut. Cross-border FGM is becoming a worrying trend, which begs the question, will Kenya beat its own deadline of ending female genital mutilation by the end of the year 2022? The answer to that question lies within the borders of the practicing communities. Narok County is home to about 1.2 million people and is among the counties in Kenya where FGM is routinely practiced. Driving down to Narok North constituency, we meet Tati Sankok, an elderly woman from Murwa village. Tati used to be a traditional circumciser.
Inaweka pombe, inatabuta kama mabati ingine kidogo kama mabati tu. Naenda kufanya ipi? Naenda kukata mtoto. Mtoto inalia, inakata tu kama kondoo.
It's a horrifying experience that has stuck in the memory of Emily Masikonde, who was forced to undergo the cut in 2000.
Ilikuwa ni kitu ngumu sana, kwa sababu unakalishwa, unashikwa na wamama wengine wamekupitia pande hii, wengine nyuma, wengine mbele. Umeshikwa kabisa. Ni kitu ilikuwa ya nguvu kabisa. Ile uchungu tulipitia ilikuwa uchungu kali. Ilikuwa ni kitu ambaye haiwezi semekana.
That single procedure changed the course of her life.
Kwanza mimi nilikuwa very bright. Ningekuwa mahali pengine saa hizi, lakini kwa sababu ya kupitishwa tohara na kuambiwa amuka umekuwa mama, ningeweza sema hiyo ndio imenifanya nisihitimu kwa masomo yangu.
Emily's experience resonates with that of hundreds of women and girls in this community. Many have opted to suffer in silence in fear of being branded social misfits, while others, like Lady Kantai Mengate, a woman leader in the Maasai community, have chosen to turn their pain into purpose.
Mimi nilikuwa nimeshapitia hiyo kukeketwa nikiwa mdogo, nikapitia uchungu mingi sana. Hiyo mwito ikatoka kwa roho yangu, nikapata mafunzo kupitia World Vision, wakanifunza nami nikawa mmoja ya wale wanajitokeza kupingana na hiyo kazi ya ukeketaji.
We have done a lot of sensitization in Narok South area, and last year, the beginning of last year, we were able to arrest 12 perpetrators, the circumcisers, and they're languishing in jail. That has really helped us to bring down this vice.
The efforts, though snail-paced, continue to bear fruit. Through increased awareness, traditional circumcisers like Sankok have decided to put the blade aside and find alternative ways of earning a living, with men also playing an active role in the fight against FGM, which initially was considered a woman's issue. Amid the optimism, however, stakeholders share mixed opinions over the practicability of the country's quest to beat the 2022 deadline to end FGM.
Is the 2022 deadline achievable? Yes, for us we have achieved our deadline, which was to last year, 2021. So what we are going to do this year is just surveillance.
I don't think it is fair to put a date and say 2022 or 2027 or something. What I know is that eradication of FGM has started. It is a very similar thing to a disease. Once you start giving the treatment, it starts working sometime and ends sometime.
Although the Kenya Demographic and Health Survey shows that there has been a steady decline in FGM prevalence from a high of 37.6% in 1998 to 21% in 2014, anti-FGM crusaders are calling for an immediate change of strategy to attain the zero mark.